There's a moment most people recognize too late. You explain your intentions, you clarify your feelings, you justify your actions, and instead of being understood, something shifts. Respect drops, not openly, not dramatically, but quietly, in tone, in responses, in how seriously you're taken. The strange part is that you were trying to do the right thing. You were being honest, clear, emotionally mature, yet the more you explained, the less powerful you felt. And once you see this pattern, you can't unsee it. What people really want isn't dominance or control. They want to be respected without constantly defending themselves. They want their words to land the first time. They want to stop feeling the need to over-justify their decisions. They want to speak and be taken seriously. At the core, the desire is simple. I want my presence to feel solid, not negotiable. But most people chase respect the wrong way. The conflict is fear. Fear of being misunderstood. Fear of being judged unfairly. Fear of losing connection. So people compensate by explaining more. They add context. They soften statements. They over-clarify. But psychology doesn't reward explanation. It responds to certainty. Here's the uncomfortable truth. When you explain too much, you signal doubt, and humans subconsciously associate doubt with weakness. This isn't about arrogance. It's about how the human brain interprets signals. In Thinking Fast and Slow, Daniel Kahneman explains that people rely on mental shortcuts. Confidence is one of the strongest shortcuts the brain uses to judge credibility. Not logic, not fairness, confidence. The shift happens when you realize something simple but powerful. You don't need to convince people who are already listening. Strong communicators don't explain everything. They state their position and allow silence to follow. Silence does something explanations can't. It transfers emotional weight to the other person. Now they have to process. Now they have to decide. This is why powerful people speak less, not more. Robert Greene writes in the 48 Laws of Power that saying less creates authority, because every extra word creates exposure. Silence isn't awkward when you trust yourself. It's only uncomfortable when you're seeking approval. When you stop over-explaining, something changes. People listen more closely. They stop pushing as hard. They sense boundaries without you spelling them out. You're no longer trying to be understood. You're allowing yourself to be observed. And that's where respect forms. Not because you demanded it, not because you argued for it, but because your energy said, "This is where I stand." If this perspective helped you understand human behavior or yourself, take a moment with it. And if this kind of clarity matters to you, subscribe. This channel isn't about speaking louder. It's about knowing when silence says enough.